All right, let's try again, guys. Looks like I might have a signal again. Spirit Recon, Wilmington, Illinois. Jake Rodriguez on the scene.
Finally made it.
Yep. So let's show you where we're at and what we're doing here tonight. Here's the old City Hall building. 1879. You can see it right there. Let me get somebody on here. Cool, somebody's on. All right, 1879. You can see it's built. This limestone would have been quarried right here locally at Kankakee River. We just got a new roof on, so the downstairs is a museum. Upstairs is being used as storage and needs a little cleanup, as you'll see in a minute. Hey Mike, thanks for joining. Hey Holly. So this is the Historical Society. The Rose Kangley sessions took place here. Give you one more angle here before we go in. Multiple investigations here. You can find them on our YouTube and our Facebook. So police department in the back. Fire department was in the front here, and then upstairs was the City Hall. And you'll see in an apartment that they rented out to fund the building, help fund the building. So. Sits right here in our downtown Wilmington. You see the big cell tower. Hey Holly. Local restaurant Hayden's. Mar Theater over there. And that road right there, cars are crossing, that's old Route 66. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna pop inside. Let's show you where this live stream's gonna originate from. Dan Porter, this is our building here. So they had a separate entrance. That entrance goes in the museum. We've shown it on another stream before, so check that out. We go in here, old wooden steps. So people paid their utility bills here for, I don't know, almost 100 years, I think. So, and you can see we put a new roof on, and now we're getting the ceiling work done. Those of you that have been here knew the old ceiling, the duct work was still exposed, and it was just getting a little bit ratty as far as putting museum pieces. Really not trying to change the history, but we have museum pieces that are going to be displayed here. So this needs all fixed up. Got some new lights in. So, hey Mike. So a little bit of construction going on to finish up the roof project that was paid for last year, even a new furnace. So hopefully here this next winter when we do our some of the events here, will be a little warmer upstairs. Jake won't have to freeze. So so this is the front room. We just came up the steps. You enter, there's 2 doors, a few windows. And then you have back here what was an apartment-like area. It comes back with a door that's going to be shut. We'll show you that in a minute. A little bathroom area that you can't see, there's no light. And then here's our setup area tonight. Now you can see there's 2 more rooms. I can't take you in that one. It's got a bunch of stuff and it's full anyway. This one you can see leads to the back of the building. So we've got the back of the building right there, downtown Wilmington. Right there, the river. Right on the other side of the second row of buildings, you can see the one with the little open sign down in there. That's Jerry's Dam Hair Salon there. So we are right there. Now, so these 2 rooms will be shut off. So let's back up and take a look again. We've got these 2 doors shut off. We're in the middle, basically right above where I did the Rose Kangley sessions, which was in the middle of the building. We will also have this door shut. So basically we are totally confined in one room of the building, or will be. This is just a closet full of some junk. Now, I've already got the windows taped up, papered up, taped up, as tight as I can get it. There is a little airflow on this one. We've heard the paper wiggling a little bit. but really the meaning of that is to keep the lights and any headlights or anything shining off of something and then shining into our room as the night progresses. So again, we've got 2 windows completely sealed off, 2 doors here completely sealed, a closet, and another doorway that leads to this unused bathroom at this point. Dark hallway right there, that goes nowhere. So ceiling's all done. No air conditioning, guys, no vents. There's nothing here. There's no air pull, there's no air push. Cameras mounted up on the wall. It's pretty simple. 1 room, 3 guys, multiple spirits, we hope. This is where it's gonna happen. So anything to say pre-game, Jake?
I'm ready to get started, man.
I
haven't been here in a while, so I'm ready to get started.
He's in game mode.
Ready to eat something first, then get started.
Yeah, we better go feed him real quick. You got the EM pump still going, give him a little bit. Hey, Ghost Sisters in Marion, Ohio, we appreciate it. Check out the feed we just did, guys. I just gave a description of the whole property that we're in. We're on the 2nd floor, confined to a room. Totally everything's closed off, no air conditioning, no heating. So that's where this is going to take place. We're looking between 8 to 8:30. Wait until the sun goes down. And we got to feed this guy over here so that he can be a good investigator. So hey, we appreciate you watching. Tune back in. We'll give you a little heads up before we start the poker game. Thanks. All right, guys, we're going live. We're actually live. We'll get some verification that we have. John, where's your cell phone?
In my pocket.
You allowed to turn it off?
I did.
You did?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, I think
did.
so.
I don't too often. For Jake, I will.
The power's off on the phone. Dan Porter, it's go time. Can you hear us? I need some feedback, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Wait for me to text him. Sound check, guys. Give me some feedback on audio, please. Cool. Dan Porter says we're live. Guys, I will check chat every once in a while if I can. So feel free to leave your comments. Give us a few minutes. We're going to get set up, let some people get on here live, and then we'll shut that screen off so we'll be in the dark. All right, she's 0 right there. Millimeters 0.
Watch pot.
Yep, watch that. Give us just a second, guys. We're just making final adjustments here. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Melissa, Amy. We're going to shut the screen off. I'm not going to be able to see chat now, so we're going to go ahead and continue on, guys. Here it is, our live poker game with the spirits, Spirit Recon at the Historical Society. I just hope that feed stays on, you know what I'm saying? I guess we won't know if we lose it. We'll pray for the feed. All right, guys, let's turn the K2 on. Folks, we have multiple trigger objects. We've got a millimeter here sitting at 0.0 right now. We'll record the highs and lows as we go. We've got the K2, as you can see, static on the yellow. That's because of the static energy that's already in here. We've assessed this before. Could be from the cell tower. We don't know exactly, but the whole building runs under the yellow. So it does have some EMF in the building already. Jake does have a rim pot on the chair over here. And we've got multiple flashlights around us too, and we'll be using the SB7 spirit box. So, yep, that one's kind of dimmed on and off already. So, we do have bells on the chairs right here where they can manipulate also, hopefully, if we ask here. So, kind of going old school today with some of the old school stuff. I hope you can see everything. Let me give it one more shot and check, make sure we're going. John, you about ready to deal them up? Spirits, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Looking good. All right, guys, we're going to play a little 5-card stud. And we are going to play 2 down, 3 up. So we'll start our betting. You're going to have to watch jerking that table, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let me get this set, guys. That's me. It gets balanced a little bit better. That's not probably going to work. Maybe to the chair here. All right. So we move the millimeter to the chair. You still should be able to see it, hear it. Let's see if we can see that. Maybe we can hang it on the back of the chair. Oh, you can see it. Right in between the rings there. Okay. 3rd card up, John.
Yes, sir.
Come on in, spirits. Have a drink.
We got 10.
Have a cigar. Nickel Annie, everybody. Throw in for the spirit next to you. We'll help you with that, guys.
I got him in there. Yeah, I got him in there.
Let's go.
Okay, who's higher? We got. What's that king? I can't see.
He's got
4.
Okay.
King, so it's up
what
to
do
you,
you got?
Jay. Come to bet. I'm going to get the spirit box rolling. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, John. We're going to ask them what they want to do here. All right. Can you get the volume up, guys? All right, spirits, can you let us know in some way if you want to bet a dime or not? Can you touch the millimeter, set it off, or talk to us through the box? Who's sitting here with us right here between Jake and I? Tim? Tim, is that you? Tim, do you want to fold or do you want to call with a 4? I'm going to say you want to call on that one. I'm going to call with my jack. Who's sitting here between me and John? Can you introduce yourself? Can you touch this K2 if you're right there and ready to play? You want to call or pass with your, or fold with your 8? All right, we're going to say he wants to call.
John's in.
You're in, John?
Yeah.
What's this fellow here?
What's he got showing?
Get 10. 10 clubs.
10 of clubs. You want to stay with 10 of clubs or you want to fold?
Whoever's in this chair here, you want to stay or fold in 10 clubs. I think he's in fold.
Fold?
Fold.
Yeah, we'll fold.
Okay.
Okay, we folded you?
You guys need to interact. If you guys want to play, we need to interact. You want some whiskey? Here's a shot. Can you come over by the K2 and get the whiskey? Go ahead and get you a drink. All right, deal out the next. Everybody in? Yep.
Yep.
You go around, John. How many? H-Jack, it's on me. I'm going a quarter. What do you want to do with the 8-6? You want to drink your whiskey, sir, or you can touch the bell you want to fold? You turn the flashlight on. Fold. Gotcha. Thank you. Very good.
Thanks, man. You got
Nice,
it.
we got it. That was good.
All right, John's in.
All right, Jake. Ace, Jack, showing, and hearts.
I'm gonna fold.
Jake's going. All right, this gentleman's got a Tim. Is this you, Tim? You got a 4 and a 7 of spades showing, Tim.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you say it again, Tim? Fold. I heard it. Fold. Thank you. Can you touch that millimeter? This right here? Verify you wanted to fold? I just want to give him another chance, see if anybody interacts. All right, so John, last card then. Just me and you.
Yes, sir.
7, 9.
I'll go another quarter.
That's yours. Hot cheers, my friend.
Pair of aces.
Take. Couldn't be it.
Try to check that one.
All right, Jake's bet.
Good.
All right, guys, who's in? Nickel Annie. All right, deal them up, Jake. What's your name sitting right here, sir? That was me touching the chair.
You're right.
You're right. Battery's not down there. Already. If you're enjoying the game so far, can you touch the K2 and make it go to red for me, please? Yeah, after the second one. Good. Yeah, can you turn it to red, please? Right here, this device right there.
Who are you sitting by? Who are you standing by? Is there a spirit behind me? You got the high, we got 10
Your
here.
10, I got
First one.
Yeah.
First one goes.
Can you say again?
You want a drink down here, Tim? Can you touch that device if you want a drink?
John's in for a nickel.
John's in for a nickel. All right, what's this guy over here got? What's your name, sir, again?
Can you say again who's in this chair?
Ed? Well, we'll call you Ed till we figure it out, Ed. You want to fold Ed with a 10 showing? Or you call, how much you bet?
Nickel.
Call a nickel. $10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, raise.
All right, raise. I'm gonna have a drink, guys. You think it's real Jack Daniels, baby. somebody wants me to fill that cup up or the glass up, you gotta touch the thing.
All right, whoever's sitting here, you wanna raise?
Or
You wanna call?
dime.
Yeah,
Call.
Fold. I thought he said fold.
Ready?
Yeah, I thought he said fold on before. You wanna call or fold? I'm sorry, did you say call or fold, sir? Can you let us know what you said? Your move.
Which device can you manipulate? Touch something and let us know, please.
Well, let's just say he called.
Okay.
And we'll just see if
See what happens next time. Dime. I'm staying in. With a 6 showing, I'll stay in. All right, sir. What's your name right here between John and I again? Can you reach out and touch that K2 and let me know you're right there?
Call.
Call?
Yeah.
He said call.
time.
Call. All right. So dealing with yeah, you laid the betting, so
Oh,
another card. One more up. Yep. 4 and a 5, a king and a 6, an 8 and a 5, 7 and a 10, king and a 10. What do you got? 8 and
yeah, you said that was me.
what's he got? King or
You got 10 king.
10 king? He's got the highest. King 10's highest, sir. Ed, is that Ed? What's your bet?
What do you want to do, Ed? You want to raise?
Flashlight went on off over here a little bit when you said that.
Is that a yes?
How much you want to raise? You need to be touching that one over there if you're sitting over there, Ed. Can you touch that REM pod? Touch that, show that antenna and show us how to do it, John. All right, how much you want to raise, Ed? Let's say a dime, I guess. There's a dime. Guys, we need the interaction so we can understand what you want.
Let's see.
Flashlight went off over here a little bit.
Again?
Yeah.
What about Tim now?
Again. They're repeating you?
Yeah.
That's what I heard again. Yeah.
So, what do you want to do here?
Sir, what is your name with the deep voice? Thank you for coming and playing cards with us. Do you want a shot of whiskey?
Would you like for us to light your cigar?
Smoke? Yep. You want to smell that cigar again? All right. Will you touch one of these devices for me? This one's probably the easiest, but this one would be good.
What would you like to do? What's your move?
It's all right. It's party night tonight. We have permission to do this, so it's all good, guys. So what do you want to do with your 4-5, Tim? Do you want to fold or call the dime? He's calling. I'm gonna call. All right, sir. What was your name again? Did you touch the bell? Turn the flashlight on and off. Touch the K2 here. Place those lights, make them red. Another strong male voice. All right, what do you want to do with your 8 and 5, sir? Fold to a dime or call or raise? All right, we're going to fold you. John, fold it.
I'll call.
Okay. All right, sir, back to you. Ed?
What about over here, Ed? Would you like to call?
No, it's on him. It's third and next card now. Ed started the betting, remember?
Oh, that's it.
Last card. Here we go. Last. He's out.
Oh, yeah, you got
All right, best hand. We got a pair of 4s showing here.
Ed's over here.
Pair of kings, Ed. What do you want to do with a pair of kings, Ed? Call. I thought it said call. How much do you want to bet, Ed, with your pair of kings? Scare us all away.
I think he's bluffing.
I'm folding with the kings anyway, so it don't matter what you do.
Are you bluffing, Ed? You know I got you, right? With my,
You really have to begin with?
9-6.
Come on, Ed.
What do you got, Ed? What do you want to bet? Quiet tonight.
Call.
That's call again.
that
It
was
said call. All right.
Call.
I call. You fold, or what do you call?
Yeah.
On you. What do you want to do, sir? Tim?
Ed's in it to win it.
Tim, what do you want to do with your pair of 4s? Tim, can you touch this device?
Call.
Call, something like
You
that.
say call, or would you like to fold?
If nobody bet anything, he ain't going to fold.
Yeah.
Did you already fold, John? All right, so I guess we turn him up. He didn't bet him.
Come on, man. Let's see what you got.
Pair of 4s over here.
Ed's got 2 pair, kings and 10s.
Kings and 10s. You didn't bet it, Ed, because you're not talking. Slide that over to Ed.
Let's just keep it quiet. He's one of the quiet winners.
I'll double check with you.
What was that?
It say video.
You see the video?
Did you
Did
see
you see
it?
yourself?
My deal. I hope you guys having fun tonight. Nickel Annie. You guys want to do this again sometime?
Who's not in? Is that in? Or you not in?
That's me messing with the
Ed's got all
millimeter.
kinds of money. He can go.
Guys, we're not getting much activity on the devices. We are getting some really great, some really valid verbals through the spirit box, though, and we appreciate that, guys. We appreciate you coming and playing cards with us.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ideal left-handed for a right-hander. We got 10. Tim is high. Tim, you're high with a 10. What do you want to do? Come again?
Is that a bet?
How much you want to bet, Tim? Want to bet a quarter? Tim's ready to win this one.
Holy cow.
Oh, sorry.
That's big money back then, Tim.
Tired of sitting out. I'm folding.
What?
I'm folding.
Who's about the guy next to us?
What do you want to do over here with the 8, sir? You mind if I have a shot of your liquor? Are you going to drink that Jack Daniels, sir? Probably didn't have it back then. What year do you think we're in?
18, maybe.
What year do you wish this was? Seen anything, hear anything? Well, somebody want to come? Can we get one spirit to touch this K2 right here next to this liquor? Just to verify that we got some spirits in here with us tonight. Now, I know you guys can touch that and manipulate it.
How many spirits are in this room with us right now?
All right, what do you want to do with your 8 of clubs, sir? That is a quarter.
Five? Is that 5?
We'll do 25, okay? Leave that.
25, all right, covering the bet.
John's covering
John's
that.
covering. All right, Ed, you got a
All right,
7
Ed,
showing,
you got
and the bet's a quarter. What do you want? Can you tell us what you want to do?
5.
5,
25?
25. All right,
20.
all right, here we go. Take you in,
Yeah.
takes in. All right, big hand, guys, here we go. You got a 7 to go with your 8, an ace to go with your 5.
Right?
Yeah.
Jack 7 showing for Ed. Jake, where's your up card? There it is. 8 and 9. Yeah.
Come on, Tim.
10 and 6 for Tim. That leaves John with the high hand, ace 5.
I'm going to do 25.
Another quarter.
Quarter, yep.
Ed, Jack 7. What do you want to do, Ed? You guys got to touch a device and let us know what you're doing. Please. Bet's a quarter, Ed. What do you want to do? Jack 7 showing.
Are you done with the game, Ed? Will somebody take Ed's place?
Yeah, come on in. Whoever's next, sit down and join. Touch the device. Touch the device. Let us know you're here.
Anybody wants to play at any given time, jump in and play.
What are you doing with the Jack 7, Ed? Pass. I think he said pass. I think he said pass. Hold it. All right, Ed, he's out. Jake?
Was it a quarter?
Yep.
All right, Tim, the bet's a quarter to you. You got 10-6 showing. What are you going to want to do, Tim? Pass. Pass? I heard pass. All right. John, it's up to this guy, right? What do you want to do, sir? Come on over and tell us what you want to do. You want another shot?
That's something. Don't know what it was, though.
Yep, definitely a male voice. Can you tell us what you said again? The bet's a quarter, sir. We got 8-7 showing. You want to fold, call, or raise? Pass. So.
I was just saying, of course. Or did you make anything else?
No, he just called you, so you made it, right? Yep. So third card, just you two. Ace 2 and a 5 of spades. Loading up the diamonds over there. 6, 8, 9 of diamonds for Jake. Who do you guys think is going to win this hand? John or Jake? I would have said John, but then another word came out, so I don't know. Who's going to win the hand, John or Jake? It's your.
Oh, that's me.
That was Jake. So who had the highest hand showing? Still you? No, you had the ace showing. So it's your bet.
Give another shot, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Not me?
On you.
Oh, he's going to bet it up to you.
Put some more on there.
No, I'll fold. You're good. It's all you. That's all yours.
No showdown at the OK Corral.
Not this round.
And pair 9, pair 8.
Nice,
only
two
have
pair.
one pair.
2 pair for Jake. Can you guys tell who won that game?
You got Tim
John
Sharp.
did not win it.
You got Tim Sharp.
Yeah, you go.
That was Jake.
You thought John won that one?
Yeah, that's what it said.
They
John.
wanted John to win it.
You guys like the cigar?
You guys want to steal my money? You gotta beat me out of my money. I'm not gonna give it to you.
They say no.
All right, ready to go.
All right, card up. Here we go.
5 of diamonds over here. Excuse me over there.
Nickel Annie.
Oh yeah. Nickel up.
You guys having fun?
Okay, and king over there. Queen, 9, 9. All right, Tim's up.
Yeah, let's do something different for a second, just for a second. We're gonna drop the SB7 for a second and go quiet here for a second, guys. See if we can hear anything on this round. Play this round a little different.
It's up to Tim.
Yep, I'm actually going to do some EVP burst during this session, during this round. and see if we can get them to get any contact that way.
Try.
They don't have them. Just put it down.
Where's it? Yeah, no.
Oh, glass.
No, I was-
Yeah, use
Oh,
the
I
glass.
wasn't putting it out.
just keeping
Here,
it.
look that up.
Yeah, here. Here's one.
I'll knock that down.
All right, who's got the high then? We're gonna do some EVP bursts, guys, and see what we can come up with here. We'll have to relay it to you if you can't hear it. So, that's a little paper noise from the window. All right, Tim, you got a king showing. Can you tell us what you want to do or how much you want to bet with that king showing? All right, Tim, you got a king showing. Can you tell us what you want to do or how much you want to bet with that king showing? Terrible recording one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a weird one. All right, Tim, can you touch the device? Let us know you're here. Somebody, and it's time we need some interaction, guys. We need some help. There's flashlights we can click on and off. You can manipulate these like this.
And it's the full moon.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, we are-
Saving up the energy or
That's
something.
right.
I guarantee they're flying around all over.
Oh, I know.
Some of them, but
Yeah, not manipulating the objects there.
this is going down.
Has it? Was that you? Oh, your camera.
I don't understand how it's for.
Got some outside noise, guys. I got to hear some people talking. So, all right.
Let's put Tim in for a nickel.
I agree. All right, Tim, you're back in for a nickel with a king. Let's make it a dime. I'm in.
Sam's in. Ed's in.
Yeah, we'll say we go all the way around. Let's get to another
Jake's
card.
in. Okay. You
Spirit box back.
you ready?
Yep.
Cool. 8. Oh, good bullet.
All right. What's the best hand showing, guys?
Ace 9.
Yep. What was the name of the guy sitting here?
Who's in the chair between Fred and I?
Sir, are you the guy that hangs out in the doorways and kind of grumpy sometimes? Are you having more fun tonight now? All right, how much you want to bet with your ace 9, sir? Let's say a quarter. He already went a dime with the king 10, didn't he? Yeah. I guess it's his turn, though, to go around. He says a quarter. Go ahead, John. And we got Ed to ask over there. What's Ed? Fold.
Fold. You already said
Oh,
fold.
my gosh. Thanks,
You
Ed.
already know I'm gonna whoop you, Ed.
And John folded.
That was cool. Fold.
Yeah,
That
fold
was
right
cool.
before. Good job.
Thank you for communicating, Ed, or whoever decided to sit in.
Yep.
Is it still you, Ed, or is it somebody new? Do we have your name?
Still you, Ed? Anybody want a shot?
Ready for the third card?
All right. Did you play quarter? Are you in or out or?
Yeah.
All right. Tim, what about you, buddy? Quarter to you. You got King 10 showing. That's good, man. You gonna stay in? That's what some military questions.
Did anybody here ever serve in the Army or military?
Come on,
Anybody
John.
here ever do any type of service for their community at least?
Jake's a veteran of the Army. Any other veterans here? Did anybody work at any of the places that are listed on this table? The old businesses on this table? Parquet's Dry Goods. Clinton Electric. Boren's Motor Sales. Wilmington Cleaners. Wilmington Cleaners. Anybody recognize anything on this table? How long y'all been here? 7. How long y'all been here? Who's the most dominant spirit here tonight?
Who's in charge?
You know there's been a lot of any women?
Also, no touching the devices though either.
They listen to you when you say no women.
Yeah. Definitely, we have all male voices tonight in the SB7, guys, which is kind of cool. Let's check this. 3.1. So we did receive a 3.1 reading at some point in time on the Mel meter from a 0. It's sitting right now at 0.0. So there was some kind of energy charge that interacted with that. That would be in line, though, with what this is showing on the K2, though. So nothing that we can necessarily call paranormal. But we'll bring it up anyway.
All right, what do you guys do?
All right, who's got the best hand, guys? King
Okay.
10, Queen 10, 8,
9.
What, did we cut him out? Oh, you
Yeah.
guys, they're out?
That 9 is folded.
Oh, I got it. So the ace 9. All right, sir, it's up to you again. With the ace.
What's your name over here? You haven't told us your name yet.
Can you say it again? Who's sitting in that chair over there?
The guy doesn't want to share his name, so. What do you want to do with your... Are you upset with us for some reason? I am. Why are you upset with us? You guys want me to bring some girly magazines in next time? No response. That was a response. What's that? A girly magazine with nudie pictures. Nudie women pictures. You want to see some nude women?
I think the neighbor here is in for a quarter. With his ace 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Up to you, Sir Jake. Up to Tim.
Tim. The quarter bet you got. I'm in.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm in is what it sounded like. All right. Let me see what I got. I'm folding. Yeah, he already bet it. He was the one that bet it. He started it. So it's just you three? All right. Flip him over, see what you got. He called this, so. Pair of sixes over here for the gentleman. Pair of sixes.
Good job.
Over here, buddy. You won. See, even though you don't like us, you won our money. There you are talking. Yeah, that was cool to win a hand, wasn't it? Who hasn't won a hand yet?
John.
I was letting them say it.
No, who else?
Hey, who, me?
John hasn't.
I don't think I have.
Fred hasn't.
So they're winning every
You
hand.
know, did Tim win one?
I think Tim won one.
I know Ed won one. And our neighbor over here did.
You move that dollar, you can flip that dollar. If you can flip that dollar around, flip it over, we'll bring you more. You can keep it. Go ahead. Yeah, it's John's. I can give it away.
Easier to give it away when it's done.
Come on, take John's money. Can you come get it? You can see. That buy you some grub in the morning.
Ready?
Yep. Probably go one last one, guys. I'd say maybe. I don't. Somebody saying fold beforehand. Guys, I don't know how this will turn out. Again, it's an experiment. I'm talking to things. Yep. So we appreciate you watching. Again, it's an experiment. It's something we haven't tried before. We'll go through the data when we're done and see if it was worthwhile to experiment.
High card's the king.
High card's the king.
Ed.
Ed again, Ed, you're tearing it up, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, Ed.
What do you want to do, Ed?
How much? Go ahead, he said, or something.
So we all got a
Yeah.
handy
Nickel.
Can you see our neighbor here? I can't see this. But I got it.
Okay, Ed, you got the high hand. What do you want to do, sir?
Good turnover.
How much you want to bet? I don't think we've ever been in this building in the K2 not go off.
Right.
This may be the first ever. I mean, never. You think it's you?
Prove me wrong, right?
Are you guys not interacting because John's here?
Come on, Ed. What do you want to throw in the pot?
Come on, turn that red light. Light red. All right, Ed, how much you want to bet? Come on.
Ten.
50.
I felt like 10. I hear 10.
10? 2 10s, let's do it.
Okay.
10 to you, Jake. Tim, what do you want to do, Tim, with your 2? like a breath. That was weird, wasn't it? Call.
Call?
I call. I call, he said. I got a 10 showing also. I'll call. What do you do, sir?
Your strong 4.
With your big 4. He calls.
John calls.
Call.
Call?
Yeah. Well, he was.
Well, he left.
He's
Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Maybe it was late
Maybe
call
a
for
late
that.
call.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought maybe, yeah.
All right.
Or somebody's announcing what John does, because that's kind of weird. It's been kind of like every
Yeah.
time you do something, it's announcing what you do. Somebody narrate for you.
Come on. Ha ha. I'm
Ooh,
gonna
pair of
get
jacks.
that this time.
Pair of jacks showing, and I
Right
got,
here.
I got his third one.
King.
King, queen. All right, it's on to you, John. Don't scare us off too bad.
Oh, I'm easy. I'll do 25. Ed, what do you want? What do you want to do, Ed?
Quarter bet, Ed. What are you doing? Can you touch that rib pot over there? Hit that again, John. Touch that. If you want to call that bet on a quarter, you can. Will you touch that light over there? Touch that antenna, please, sir. Ed.
Come on, Ed.
Went from 0 to 8, 0 to 0.8.
0.8. Throw him in for a quarter.
No, in the top pass.
Pass? All right.
Did you hear that?
All right. Hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had 2 cards higher than his jacks. Boy, you kind of got weak there, Ed.
He's been a big winner, remember? He wants
Yeah,
to
you keep his money.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Started with me with a quarter.
You
Got
got
it folded.
go take your 2 cards back up. 5 and 6.
I'll fold.
Jake's folding.
Jake's all right.
2.
2 and a 6, Jim, against pair of jacks. What are you doing, sir?
Come on, Tim. What I do when I leave, I'll play around.
Huh?
Play around without me. I'll leave the whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Sure. Okay. We can do that. Good.
I think
He's folding.
I think Tim is
I think he's folding.
what are you doing? I still got Jack showing.
I'm folding.
Oh, come on. Now it's me and my neighbor over here?
Yeah, you and your neighbor. What's your
Hash
neighbor's
it out.
What's your neighbor's name, John?
He's got my neighbor's name is Bill. Come
Bill.
on, Bill.
We're gonna name you Bill.
You got
Bill, can you turn on one of them flashlights for us?
ring that bell.
Ring the bell.
You got 3, 4 diamonds there. You're not gonna run away from my couple of jacks, are you? You want to call or you want to pass?
Fold. It was fold.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Good job, sir. John gets that in.
Finally.
Get us out of there. All right. So you want to step out in the room really quick? Do one.
Yeah, why don't you guys try that?
Yep. Let's do that.
You know,
My deal.
Try
He's gonna
one-
step
one
out. We're
without-
gonna play one without. No.
they may not. They might.
John's got to go do something real quick, guys. So hang in there. And we'll still deal. We're gonna play a hand without him. Point 8.
No, I'm talking about that.
Right. All right, guys. Might be about the last hand. Let's check our feed. Again. Were you upset that we brought John or something? Can you touch the K2 if you're happy he's out of the room? Are you just don't want to talk to John, or?
Woman
Was it? No,
said no, man.
I wasn't. It was kind of a
Oh, yeah.
woman.
That was a woman that came through. She kind of like, she was in charge. Like, I'm allowing all this to happen.
Maybe Rose or Agnes.
Could be
But we really can't. I don't
still
want
kind of running.
I guess it gives us a sign of what's going on a little bit, doesn't it? All right, guys, here we go. Nickel Annie. I got his. Can you tell me what number card that is right there? No. Upside down it would be. I heard 9. All right. Who's got the queen? Tim, that's you, buddy.
What do you want to do, Tim?
Tim? How much? Nine? Good.
If they want to play now.
Who's-
Maybe the men don't want to play anymore.
Are all the men still here? Tim, Ed?
You want to continue poker? Tim and Ed?
All right, well, let's finish this hand, guys. Tim, how much you want to bet with your queen? You gonna be mad if I bet a quarter for you?
I think you can take it.
You touch that K2 if you want me to bet more than a quarter? I'll match you a quarter. Sir, what's your name? What would you like to do, sir? I do.
I mean,
You want to make a quarter bet? All right, Ed, what about you with the 3? What do you want to do, sir?
You want to fold?
Yeah. All right, we're going to fold you, Ed. Jack and an 8, Jack and a 9, Queen and a 3, 6 and a 5. Jack 9 on you, Jake. Oh no, Queen 3.
yeah.
Tim. Yeah, it's you, Tim.
You,
Yeah.
buddy? What do you want to do, Tim?
Definitely getting some interaction from Tim tonight, right here in this chair. Thank you, Tim. Tim, how old are you? Did you used to work in this building, Tim? Are you a fireman? You guys aren't mad because we're drinking and smoking and having fun in your building, are you? All right, Queen 3. What did you want to do, Tim? You in? Yep, me too. All right, Jack 8, sir. What would you like to do over here? The last hand, guys. So let's do it. Maybe one more. All right, I'm throwing you in. Last card. Jack 8, 10. Ooh, pair of jacks and a 9 for Jake. Queen 3, 6. 4, 5, 6 over here. A straight possibility.
Who do you think's gonna win this one?
Who do you think's gonna win this hand? All right. Not me, probably. Jake, it's on you. Tim, you got anything for that? What do you want to do?
You want to call?
Straight?
That's all women now.
Yeah, we got women coming through.
Ladies, you want to play? Are you mad we held you out?
Shit, the K2's gonna go off. All right, we gotta finish this hand, guys. Then we can let the ladies mingle. Okay, Tim, what do you want to do?
Tim, you want to call or you want to fold this hand? Queen 6, 3.
He's folding.
Yeah, he's folding. He ain't saying nothing. You're done.
I'm folding.
Red's folding.
What are you doing, sir? Possible straight? Yes. All right.
You want to battle it out?
50 cent. What was it, 50?
Yeah. 40.
All right, he called you, Jake. What do you got? You got jacks? What else you got?
Pair of jacks, queen, 9, 7.
Pair of 8s.
I got it.
Pair of 8s. Jake beat you.
Look at all this money I got. Man, I can go to a movie. I can drive by the building down the street.
All right, guys. Have you had enough poker?
Depending on the year.
John, you're good. All right. Gentlemen, can we let the women interact with us now? Is that all right? Do you mind?
How many ladies are here with us?
All right, guys. Well, we're going to shut her down. That's probably close to about an hour. Everybody, guys, thanks for joining us for the poker game. That was real fun. Had a blast hanging out with you guys, Tim and Ed, and you, sir.
Be exciting to see all that happened after.
Well, thank you or something. Yeah.
All right. And thank you guys again for having me and hanging out and talking with us. Hope you enjoyed your gifts.
Yep, we'll leave a cigar and we'll leave a little liquor in case you wanted to sip on that later or choke on that.
So we'll
So
be back. You know that.
we'll come back and we like to do this interaction with just the males. It was nice to meet you guys, Tim and Ed. And so good night.
Go
Good night.
one. We'll leave this as is. See if anything changes as you go on.
Oh, you want to leave the feed running?
Yeah, we'll just go upstairs and have a sip real quick. Make sure and see if we
Let's see.
capture anything.
That'll work.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
all
smart.
coin. You
Yeah.
never know. It might be
You're
able to move it once we leave.
All right, guys, we're going to let that run for a minute and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. It is what it is. We hope for a little better results with some of the items, but we got what we got. We'll go back and read the data. I am really excited about the spirit box. Multiple times, I cannot even remember how many times, fold, call, and were said, fold, call. Can't remember the other ones. So hope you had fun with us. We're going to cut this feed off. Spirit Recon out. All right, this is a video analyzation of our poker game with the spirits at the Wilmington Area Historical Society, which was an attempt after multiple experiments and a year of investigating there. We had got into a situation where I was having this relationship with Rose Kangley, the Rose Kangley sessions, where I'd gone in and interacted with her multiple times, and we'd kept the rest of the spirits kind of at bay, which we really hadn't done before. We'd interacted with everybody that would come to us. So coming off of that, we wanted to kind of have some kind of male bonding. The thought was maybe a male bonding thing, and we decided to have a poker game, basically a mock poker game at the Historical Society. And we invited the male spirits, and we brought some liquor, we brought some tobacco, we brought the coins, we played some cards. So that was the intent, kind of a male bonding. Wouldn't you agree, Jake?
Yeah, that was the intention, was to definitely bring out the males, being that it was an old a city hall, obviously, and it was obviously an old firehouse to begin with, and there's jail in the background. And I mean, let's just say that back in the 1800s, early 1900s, the majority of people probably placed in those cells were men, just given the time period. Yeah. So that was definitely the goal.
Right, and we definitely knew we had going into it. We knew prior we had multiple male interaction with spirit voices and different things. So it's not like we didn't think there was males there. We knew that. We had just got to this point that we had done some stuff with Rose Kangley and thought it was maybe the best next step to have a little male bonding. So that's what was the intent. So yeah. So Jake, I got some our session lasted about an hour. In that hour, we ran the spirit box maybe 50 minutes, I think, probably somewhere in there, 45 to 50, but we'll use 50. Now, as you know and can verify, and John Persick's there, and anybody who wants to listen to the prior investigation tape, it's rolling through FM. I choose to listen to most times FM backwards at full speed. You know that. Mm-hmm. It's flying through channels, no antenna. There is absolutely no radio chatter, I don't think, in the whole hour or 50 minutes of that. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, there was nothing interfering or coming through that from any outside source or anything like that I heard. I mean, other than what we were hearing and assuming it was spirit,
right?
Spirit voices.
Well, and sometimes based on your location, you will pick up some radio station. It happens in the waves, depending on what frequency and how fast you're rolling it and how close you are to radio stations. And what kind of location you're at. We are in that limestone building in Wilmington that hardly gets radio signal anyway.
Right.
But I listened real intently. So what I'm saying is after 50 minutes, you can hear that all the noises, none of the noises seem like they relate back to the radio at all. There's no musical sounds. Doesn't sound like anything that resembles anything that would be on a radio. So with that being said, I monitored over 100 responses in the spirit box. Now, that doesn't mean we could understand everyone or everyone wasn't relevant, but the 100 times something tried to hijack that frequency, like I said, other than a radio, it's not radio noise. So
you can tell because it sucked every kind of sound out of that box there. And that's how you know, because
right, whether we could understand what was coming through or not.
Right, radio frequency doesn't do that. And we know that just from using the thing, numerous times, that it'll just pick up and carry it over. Whereas when you get a spirit that comes through across that, it'll, like we witnessed 100 times, it sucks everything out of there. There'll be absolutely zero noise coming out, and then all of a sudden you'll get that response or some type of noise or whatnot. But even if
Right.
that happens, you know that that's energy being drained from that device and from the devices around, you know, either preparing to
Well, and
create.
right. And the spirit box definitely works different in other different places. And you have to get to know your equipment and where you're located. Um, and definitely I can listen to that whole hour, and I bet, I mean, if there's something that came through that was off the radio, I mean, I want somebody to mark it for me, because I'd be interested in seeing it. And it just, none of it lines up timing wise. You can just hear it spinning through the channels, 8, 10, 12, 14 channels. And then we ask a question, then there's the break right there, you know, and then it's rolling another 14, you know, another 1400 channels, whatever. But with that being said, so over 100 times the spirit box goes off, so to speak. We had names, and I haven't even talked to you about all of them yet, but we were given names when we asked for them. So we've got some different names to work with for our investigations, and I'm really excited about that. And I can't wait to talk to you about a couple of them. But we also had some relevant things that weren't I'm not talking about the poker hand stuff yet. I'm talking about like when you asked about a cigar, and we either received smoke or toke. I'm not sure of either one, but it's one of the two. It even said goodbye when I said goodbye. If you listen to it at the very end, I said goodnight, and it says goodnight. So we had those kind of relevant things to what we were talking about coming through. But then, Jake, I counted 16 to 17, and this is what I think is crazy. 16 to 17 clear responses of call, pass, fold, or 5 or 25 or 10 based on a bet situation, or I'm in, whatever it said. But
I remember quite a bit of them just off the top of my head that we had.
Yeah. And yeah, I said at the time, I probably 12 to 15, because that's what I was feeling like I could remember.
I mean, it seemed like within a half hour of us playing, it's kind of slow. Within that half hour, we started picking up just everything that was relevant to the game we were playing, you know, which was amazing, because we look at each other like, did he just say call? Did he just say pass? You know, like that was pretty cool when you get those things and it's on that person's turn, and all of a sudden you're getting call or pass or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, the insanity of all those vocals coming through, and then you got the relevance. So that's 16 or 17. That's just to the game. Then, like I said, we had names that were answered. We had the other relevant stuff. So you're adding up to 20, 25, 30 relevant things that were said through the box. So about a third of it we picked up of these 100 things that broke through, which I think is pretty good. I wish we could pick up more, but sometimes, you know, we just can't understand it.
Yeah.
And we'll try to verify more. But video wise, Jake, we were able, let's talk about our equipment real quick. Really, the equipment went numb. There was nothing with our equipment. We asked for multiple items to be touched, and nothing really responded. We don't know really why. It's really.
I'm sorry, when I got home, I was thinking, man, we should have had at least a camera downstairs in the main room, just in case anything had moved down there while we were upstairs, because you know that happens. So you say move something,
right,
and it can be anywhere in that building that something gets moved. But yeah, maybe next
right.
time.
And obviously, we're going to do more there. But yeah, and I thought about that, but I wanted to focus really just right on there what we could actually keep it a limited thing and see. But yeah. But our equipment, I don't know. I did run an EM pump. I talked to you about that. We've never done that. I ran it for a day and a half beforehand. Did I mess up the EMF in there to where they couldn't manipulate? I don't know.
Like the natural EMF.
We'll just have to work on that. We'll have to work on that. I know the one time I asked the spirit to touch the K2 and the lights went down. I told you about that, which is weird, and came back up. Don't know what that means. But equipment-wise, or touching devices, that didn't work out so well. They weren't able to communicate with us. But let's go into the video, what we captured on video. And I'm not talking about little orbs or dust, Jake, and it's a pretty clean video. It doesn't appear to be too much dust in it at all. We know there weren't any bugs in there.
No.
But we picked up, again, a lot of this large light anomaly. Kind of as big as your chest, you know, you could see it at times coming off the floor into your chest.
Yeah, a lot of my face going into John, going over towards your guys' ways. Yeah, I was noticing that. The big stuff, though, I was noticing.
Yeah, a lot of the big, and we saw that in the Rose Kangley sessions right
Yeah.
underneath there too. When I was filming that, there was a lot of this big. Now we know that room's totally sealed off, Jake. There's no way. There's no way that it was a light. We weren't moving anything around. There wasn't any other light to cause that in the room. Something's making its own light there. I believe that. And if some people want to go back at the 7-minute mark, 29-minute mark, 30-minute mark, 41, 43, and the 52-minute mark, that's when you're going to see, if you play those minutes all the way through, you're going to see that large orb, this large light anomaly. Again, I don't know what to call it. We just record it and interact with it.
Right.
But we've caught it multiple times, and this is the same light that's been seen with people's own eyes. I haven't seen it with my own eyes yet. Well,
No. Well,
not all the way. It's out of the corner of my eye, maybe, but
we've
we
seen
didn't
that.
see
The only
anything
thing that we've
visual.
seen with our own eyes has been that mist, and that was during the
That
day
mist.
when we were in there. That's pretty much the
Right.
only thing I've seen with my own eyes, other than maybe some
I did
flashes.
I had an incident downstairs last year, early, where I had just saw something on the very top of the going across the top, but I couldn't.
Right.
It's neither nor there.
It's
but
possible. I mean, there's ain't a whole lot of places where you're really going to catch something with your own eyes unless you're spending an awful
Right.
lot of time there. But this is one of the places
Right.
where you can go there 2-3 times and you may catch something. The chances of you catching something with your eye very high.
Right. So we didn't see anything visually with our eyes. We didn't hear anything. Didn't appear to be any noises up there that we could make out or anything. So most all our evidence was really our video captures, again, of this light anomaly, and then the crazy audio interaction. I mean, for an SB7, I mean, if nobody's talking in it, that thing will sit there and roll for hours, man, and nothing will come through. For 100 cracks to come through, you can go through and count them. I got them all listed right here. It doesn't mean I could understand everything, but something came through it and interacted with that frequency. And it's not the radio, because we talked about that right before that. So.
Why don't you go in and tell them about how it was the men who were coming at first, and then the women just kind of just took over or something like that.
That is correct. We usually have, since we started interacting with the women strongly, we usually have the women come through. All our videos from the Historical Society have women interaction.
Mm.
We suggested we stated this time it was male only. And yes, for a good 30-40 minutes, there was not a woman's noise to be heard, was there?
Nothing.
It was all men.
That's weird for that place. The only time
It
I've
is
ever
weird
heard a
for that
male's
place.
voice has been that one male, and he's been the grumpy guy, you know. Maybe another one
Right.
here and there, maybe. But for the most part, it's like 2 or 3 different women.
Right. Yeah, they're very active, and Rose and Agnes, or whomever they are pretty vocal. So so they did back off and give us a chance. I think they were there. I do have confirmation. I picked up an EVP off the spirit box. It looks like there was a little side talking going on. So and it involved a woman there at about the 45-minute mark. So you can clearly hear it in the video. So if you guys pick it out, it's almost like a male. I thought he said fold. You actually think he says fold because you hear the F, and it's a real F, but to me, it almost sounds like a curse word, Jake. It's almost like he was frustrated or mad about something, and then the woman says, "What's wrong?"
Ah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, almost like he was. So it was a little side chat that we picked up through the spirit box, maybe. I don't think he said fold. I think he said.
You did mention that one time that Agnes and the gentleman, the grumpy guy that we know is there, that they know each other's existence, they're aware of each other, but they kind of stay out of each other's way. So that might be something of what you've heard of them discussing, you know. Hey, because obviously they don't hate each other, they tolerate each other is more or less what you were saying.
Exactly. I think they maintain the same goal, but they just don't like each other. You know, it's one of those things they've got to work with each other thing.
Right.
But I agree. But after I listened, I kept listening for it to be fold, and I couldn't get the LD. You know, it was just like, it was more like the curse word, and I'm like, and then she was definitely saying 2 words, and the first one was what. You know, first of all, I thought maybe it was a love thing we had interrupted once I thought it was that word, but it wasn't. She's saying, "What's wrong?" So he made a reaction. So I don't know what we did to upset him, but we'll work on that part.
Maybe
So,
we didn't like that cigar like we really were saying we wanted to. No, John
So-
lit it up. Yeah.
He did, and I did get a check. I wish we could add John. John Persick was with us. He was the other witness to the poker game, and he first of all really enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, I already heard through through one of his friends that he was pretty super blown away with the amount of interaction we were able to develop with the spirits, going round and round the table and taking turns on our hands and getting the spirits to interact with us on almost every hand at almost every seat.
I agree. I have to agree with that because we've investigated there many, many times. We've received many, many things over the Spirit Box, over Spiritus, over our apps, things that are, you know, relevant to what we're asking and what we're doing at that time. But nothing was ever so consecutive as it was that night. I mean, we were just
It
like,
was
bam,
simply
bam,
playing
bam,
a
bam.
game, wasn't it?
It was
I mean,
amazing.
we kind of had to. It was. We had to do like you do with kids. We had to put the ante up, but other than that, they were making decisions. So it was really cool. I think it was a success. I think we went out of the box. I've got a couple texts from some other teams that said, "Hey, great thinking," and that makes me feel great because that's what we're trying to do. But hey, you don't know when you go outside the box like that, you're putting yourself at risk. But we were able to live stream it infrared to the fans even, so they could see it live, and pretty
Well,
cool
I mean,
ordeal. So
we know that place through and through, and we know there's activity there, and we know how the activity
sure.
can turn out and how it can disappear that fast, you know. And I think the best we could do is just keep producing, keep coming up with ideas, keep coming up with little experiments like this, and keep broadcasting it for more eyes to see, you know, not just our own and stuff
Right.
like that.